I'm proud to support Richard Brodsky. Richard Brodsky has represented Yonkers in the Assembly for 2 decades. He's done a great job fighting for the citizens of Yonkers, and he's probably the smartest man in the New York State Legislature. I think he'll make a great Attorney General.
We're here all supporting Richard because we know that he has a proven record in the Assembly and a good track record of not being afraid to take on corporations or, as they would say, any of the big guys. And we know that he would make an excellent Attorney General because he is a fighter. And in these times, that's what we need, a true fighter, a person who has a commitment to getting things done and looking out for the people of New York State.
He's probably the smartest man in the legislature in all and he's an excellent public servant, and I'm proud that he is my friend.
I think he's probably one of the most proactive legislators I've ever met. He is a genuine article. There's nothing phony about him. And he is a strong supporter of the environment, which is an area where I work.
We do an environmental program, environmental justice program. And the impetus of that came from Richard many years ago. And we have always been on the cutting edge of issues, and environmental issues is one of those.
Watching what happened when Richard fought the Yankee Stadium issue, it's obviously my taxes, it's the state's taxes, but it's interesting to hear what people were saying, and they didn't like what was being done, but they respected what he was doing and gave him credit for that he stood up to them, he was willing to fight, he was willing to put his own reputation on the line, and he had no problem dealing with heavyweights and big money and big business in a manner which is appropriate in today's society.
Time spent in the Assembly, he's done a really good job of consumer protection in his committee work. The bills that I've seen that have come out, dealing with some really difficult times, dealing with the budget, still prioritizing the social services. It requires a lot of backbone. I think that facing in a state with a lot of difficult challenges that need to be made, I think that's the type of leadership that you really need.
His character is impeccable, and his political acumen is amazing. I like the issues that he's picked: the Con Edison, the New York Yankees, the environment. He's one of the smartest lawyers I've met because I'm familiar with the litigation that he's done through the years. And he's one of the smartest lawyers I've ever met. And he's successful in it too.
Richard has a keen ability to analyze problems and to suggest solutions. And he's not dogmatic, but he believes passionately in a set of core values which he'll fight to the death for.
I'm here to support Richard because he has been a voice for reform. He is not afraid to speak out against the abuses of government and the bureaucracies. And he deserves the opportunity to move to a position where he can have a greater influence and a greater opportunity to bring about reform.
Richard has analyzed public authorities throughout the state, and some do very good work and some don't. And he has opened up the process to public scrutiny so that we get maximum benefit for tax subsidies in terms of jobs and improvements to businesses, improvements to communities, improvements to neighborhoods. Richard was integral in analyzing the Yankee Stadium deal and other sorts of deals like that.
Richard is fearless when it comes to attacking things that are wrong in this society. I saw that when I worked with him on a number of hearings when I was working in the Assembly. Particularly his ability to get right to the heart of the matter and to be able to directly involve himself in the most critical of issues. I think that his stand is profound, it is precise, and that's why he was a very good chairman of the Environmental Conservation Committee.
And I think he's going to do a great job. I think that persistence open-mindedness, creative thinking. I think that's why he's going to be a great Attorney General.
Hey, that's what I want to see in our Attorney General. He's more interested in doing the job than in playing the politics.